Science tends to ignore what cannot be proven in a laboratory. Though scientists can detect brainwave activity, they cannot scientifically prove that we even have thoughts. The entire arena of how things feel, such as how a church feels versus how a bar feels, is not detectable in a lab. Scientists tend to reject what they cannot explain, claiming feelings are just psychological phenomena. However, at least half of human life is about the psyche, so isn't it worth exploring more? You would think so. The domain of consciousness is only minimally understood. The science and technology of that innate and natural domain, which is our birthright, cannot be studied in the traditional laboratory. Instead, it must be explored in the laboratory of individual awareness. The next major step in understanding life and existence comes in exploring the science and technology of consciousness. If you walk into a church, it feels a certain way. If you walk into a library, it feels different. A unique and singular feeling also comes over you when you enter a rowdy bar, a concert hall, an elementary school, a store, and so on. Statistics have shown that a group of people praying or meditating has a very positive effect on the environment. Imagine a technology that maximizes the positive effects of consciousness. Just think of the difference between static Klingon clothing versus an electrical power plant. Both involve electricity, but the latter harnesses it as a technology. The knowledge of the technology of consciousness exists. The fundamental principles are ancient, but the technology has yet to be fully implemented. Mount Soma exists to construct the tools of the technology of consciousness and bring this precious knowledge forth on a global level. By utilizing Vedic technology in its design and construction, Mount Soma is able to bring about an inviting and restful feeling to all those who enter the grounds, even if they have never been exposed to this understanding. To visit Mount Soma is to look into the future, to a time when world consciousness is cleared. I remember when a lady who was taking an afternoon drive happened to stumble upon Mount Soma. She had to ask some people walking by what this place was and why it felt so amazing. Then she drove home to get her husband so he could feel it too. To feel this is to experience its healing potential. Think of the enormous potential of spreading this good feeling even further. We have the knowledge that will allow us to understand life and existence on a deeper level, where we can merge with the oneness of all things. At Mount Soma we are putting into practice the technology that will maximize the positive effects of consciousness. The potential is enormous. Dr. Michael Mamas is the founder of the Center of Rational Spirituality, a non-profit organization dedicated to the betterment of humanity through the integration of ancient spiritual wisdom with modern rational thought. From personal issues to global trends, Dr. Michael Mamas helps individuals and organizations develop a deeper understanding and more comprehensive outlook by providing a bridge between the abstract and concrete, the Eastern and Western, and the ancient and modern. Dr. Michael Mamas has been teaching for 35 years, including the US, India, Europe, and Canada, and writes on a variety of subjects on his blog, michaelmamas.net. He conveys ancient Vedic knowledge in modern terms.